Hey guys, hope everybody's doing good today. Get my little camera situation fixed. For those that care, I bought some $1 hair ties at Dollar Tree, wrapped them around our rear view mirror, and that's how my camera's mounted. So there you go, FYI. Some of you care, some of you don't, but either way, excited for the day. Had a good day. It's been a long day, a little bit. Man, yesterday we were shot. Me and Shauna were exhausted. I don't know what was going on. We'd had a pretty good week of just consistently working there, and had a couple of installs, a couple of jobs and things, and we're just, working outside, and you just get exhausted, you get wore out. So we took the night and just crashed out. We missed our family out at the barn. We really enjoyed going out there, but just passed out. Had a good time though. It was all right. So anyway, I want to take a couple of minutes and share something I've been considering and thinking on, I guess you could say. Where's the most fertile place you can be? As a Christian, what does that have to do with anything? A lot of parables and things go back to the seed, the sower, and farming and gardening, and I believe that there's a pretty significant spiritual significance to that. Let me put it that way. There's something incredible when you look in the Word, and so many of the parables go back to planting and reaping and sowing and growing and time and seasons, and it's really interesting. And I know a lot of I don't want to say a lot, but maybe a stretch. Several New Age style preachers are getting away from that and saying, that's not really how things work anymore. I don't know. I disagree with that completely, actually. 100% disagree with that, actually. Some people say that that's just an opportunity to create an excuse for you to not move. Well, it's not the right season, it's not the right time, it's not, and maybe it is, maybe it's not. But doing things within season, within time, within reason. You get out of the timing of God, you're out of the will of God. Period. You can do the right thing at the wrong time and miss it unintentionally with the best of intentions. Man, I've done that. Basically, that's the story of my life. Done the right thing at the wrong time and missed it. And God's caught me every time. So it's okay. It works out. But the most fertile place you can ever be. If we take it back to that same kind of example, to the gardening, to the the earth, the dirt, that kind of deal. We were created out of dirt. In Genesis talks about, and God created man out of the fertile soil of the ground. There's a reason it mentions fertile soil. With fertility comes the potential for produce and fruit. And when you were created, you were formed in God's hand. You were created with the opportunity to grow and to produce something in your life. But the most fertile place you can ever be is in the valley. And we sing a lot of songs about, getting out of the valley, and through the valley you're going to hold me, and, thy rod and thy staff comfort me, and, the psalms and things. But a lot of us want to get out of the valley really quick because it's uncomfortable, and it is. We as people think of the valley as a low place, as a place that we've failed, we've fallen, we were once on a mountain, now we've run into a valley and we've messed it up. So a lot of those things can happen. But one of the things that I want to point out in that is when you're in the valley, you're in the most fertile place you could ever be. Because what happens to water when it rains? It goes to the lowest point. What happens to the dirt when it rains and washes away? It goes to the furthest point down. So all the nutrients and all the minerals and all the things that can produce fruit in our lives are in the valley. It's found in the valley. We have the most access to it in the valley. It's not to say you can't be on a mountaintop and, again, a mountaintop experience being, just, man, things are going so well and just feel like I'm on the top of the world, that kind of experience. It's not to say you can't plant things and grow there, but it is to say that the most fertility is in the bottom area. So when your whole entire world falls apart, as hard, horrible, and strong and terrible as it could be, you're also in the place that gives you the most potential to come out of it stronger than you ever were. You have a relationship that falls apart. You're in a valley. What can be learned from that? What can be planted from that relationship that was done? When we're crushed, things come out of us, right? So when we're crushed and horrible things happen, bad things happen, it gives us opportunities emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually to then grow and see what we're really made of. Trey's one of a good friend of mine, but he says a lot. It's like you squeeze apple and apple juice should come out. If you squeeze the apple and orange juice comes out, we're in a bind. What are we doing? It's the same thing. So when you're pressed and you're crushed and things have happened and you're in what we would consider a valley or a low place in our lives, you got to really take some time, one, and grieve well, because something put you there. What is it? I don't know. Is it the loss of a loved one? Is it the loss of a job, a career? Is it a dream that you had has fallen apart and you don't feel like there's any way it's ever going to come back? Again, a relationship that's went bad. You went through a divorce. Your kids are turning on you. Those are all things that would produce in us a valley experience. We're in a low point. We're in a low place, and we can get hyper spiritual and say, "Well, I'll pray for you, God bless you," and that does absolutely nothing. Let's just be honest. The best way to help somebody out of a valley is to go in the valley and help them out of it. Let's just whatever. But when those things happen, we can then plant something from that previous experience that can grow us into our next phase of life. What does that mean? Hey, a relationship went really bad, right? I was divorced previously. My ex-wife is doing so much better now, and things are doing well for her, and she's doing good, and that's a blessing. At the time, it was terrible. It sucked. Let's just be honest. It was horrible. It was horrible for everybody involved. It was horrible for me, horrible for her, horrible for the kids, horrible for the families, friend. It was just bad. It was a bad time, and it was terrible. But what that produced in me was, I know what a bad marriage looks like. I know what being a bad husband looks like. I am no longer going to participate in those things, having a bad marriage or being a bad husband. So I took time and I grieved. I don't know if I took enough time to grieve, but I feel like I took time to grieve the loss of that relationship, the loss of those feelings and all those things that hurt. Took time to grieve that, and then I believe I planted things in the valley that I was in that have then produced a marriage that has been just so fruitful. I don't even know what to say. I knew what being a bad husband looked like, so I began to plant and sow things that didn't look like that. Being present at times, not traveling as much, so I could focus on my wife more, and serving her at home more than what I realized I was, and making sure that she felt loved in the way she experienced love. The 5 Love Languages, a powerful book, great book, recommend it to everybody. You can apply it way more in life than just to your marriage, your relationships. But I don't know. I began to sow things that have grown in my wife and I now. We've had issues, obviously. We've lost our voices hollering at each other because we're being stupid. We both have done that. We both said stupid stuff. We both have been mean to each other at times. We've both been hurtful to each other at times. And we both loved each other deeply most of the time, liked each other sometimes, But no, we do. We love each other. We care for one another, and we help each other. And we sow into each other love and appreciation and hope and joy. We sow in all those things into our marriage, so that way it overfills and runs over into our kids. I've been in valleys before in finances to where, man, I don't know how these bills are going to get met. And the quick answer is, well, you were stupid, got debt, and you got all these bills. Duh, I get it. That doesn't help anybody, okay? Just know that moving forward, pointing out, hey, this is your fault, when they know it's their fault, doesn't do anything. Just saying. It does nothing. So, it don't even make you look good. It makes you look like an inconsiderate butthole. So let's just be honest. But yes, I got myself in bad situations, or yes, I got myself in situations that at the time I was able to carry, but then all of a sudden I wasn't, for reasons maybe that were due to me, or for reasons that were due to whatever. But either way, I'm in a valley and I'm broke, right? No other way to make money. I don't know. God, gotta help me, please. And you stay there for a minute, but then you begin to sow again all the things that look differently than what you just came from. So God, next time I run out of money, I'm going to have an emergency fund. God, next time I won't stretch this payment out as far. Next time I'm going to pay cash for it instead of doing this because it's something that I don't really need, but I really want it. And next time I'm going to invest my money better. All those things that you begin to do, well then, you go from eating ramen noodles and the little cups of noodles, to having a little bit of finances, having a little bit of wealth, having a little bit of opportunity to give a little more freely. And so, because because you've taken the time that was in the valley and used it wisely. And it's produced in you the things that are ready for your next season. So all those things that I mentioned, those are just two things that I've had problems with. There's so many more. But what can you do in your valley experience, the time that you're in the valley currently? Again, my child's against me and I don't know what to do. But what does that look like? How can I then sow against that in the next year it won't be this way? Is it being more open with your kids? Is it realizing, hey, they're just people and they're changing and there's nothing I can do about it today? I don't know what it is. I'm saying there's ways you can look into things to where it won't produce in you more negativity that keeps you in the valley longer than you need to be there. So just something to consider today. I don't know, guys. There's some things stirring in the heavenlies, I guess, that I'm pretty excited about. I don't know. Shauna and I have been talking as a family update. Kind of just looking at our lives and what are we producing in our lives? What have we been producing? And today we really put a name on it, and it's communal Christianity. It's growing the church. We didn't realize we've been doing this for the last 8 years, but everything that we've done has had the same smell to it, if that makes sense. Has the same essence to it. It may not look like building a community, but it sure does smell real similar to it, because we're creating jobs and we love our people that we work with every day. We're creating opportunities for people to build wealth and build finance, and we're starting companies that will produce fruit for other people to eat. That's not just us, communal, right? And then also we're taking the time to get to know one another and get to know other people around us, and we're a lot of times I call myself a catalyst. I really believe that I'm a catalyst. When I get into a group, when I get into a situation, when I get into a business, whatever, for whatever reason, God has gifted me into helping things ignite. Let me put it that way. And I enjoy that. I love it. I love seeing people's dreams come true. I love seeing my dreams, my wife's dreams come true. I'm going to enjoy seeing my kids' dreams come true, because they're going to, whatever they are. And there's more people that are connected with us now that we're connected with, and we're kind of getting interwound, and we're really excited about that. Unfortunately, a lot of our relationships in the past have been, I don't want one-sided, may be kind of a harsh term, but that is to where we're able to help provide a need in someone's life, and that need gets met, and then that someone's no longer a part of our lives, and that's okay, man. That really and truly is okay. We're fine with that. But we're finding people now and connecting people that have been for the last little while that don't really want anything from us. They just want us to be around, want us to enjoy time with them and get to know them, and they get to know us, and that community. So we're really excited about that. So we're going to be launching, we're breaking ground on a community, I don't say community center, on a meeting space, let me put it that way, at 7 Lily. Was hoping to start digging on it this week, but it's going to be muddy and nasty, so maybe another week or so. We're going to be breaking ground on that. We're moving forward with the discipleship house. That'll be out in an undisclosed location, but we already have the house. It's already ready. Everything's looking good. So probably in the next 2 weeks, we'll begin taking men in that we can begin to then disciple and to love on and walk through life with. And we're going to have room for about 8 or 10 guys, and we're going to be able to sow into their lives and love on them and encourage them and get them counseling, get them therapy, get them education that they may or may not have the ability to get before. Show them a different way of life. Get them to work with us, so if things go bad, they don't see somebody dog cussing because you dropped a hammer on your toe. That kind of stuff. We're excited about that, so that's moving forward. We have a pretty good sized building there at that location that we're still looking to move forward with doing the food bank with, to where we can provide food for other churches and ministries, things like that. We don't necessarily want to be the place that people come pick it up, but we'd like to be the place that houses a majority of it, and we can get it out. A lot of those food banks, man, we're tied in with a couple. You can get food for like 8 cents a can, 10 cents a can, raviolis, 16 cents a can. So if you do support a food bank currently, the best thing you can do for them most of the time is give them money, because they can make $1 where you'll go pay $1.50 for a can of Campbell soup. They can go to the food bank in Atlanta or Birmingham, wherever, and they can get that same soup for 18 cents, 12 cents. So where you could get 1 can for $1, they can get 8 or 10. So anyway, we're still connected with that. We the building that we were really praying about in Lincoln is just going to be cross prohibited right now. Not saying it ain't going to happen, but right now it's going to take about $350,000. Don't have $350,000, but we may have it tomorrow. Don't have it today, you know. But yeah, we're praying through that. But we are moving forward. The discipleship house that hopefully will be open and operational. Have some guys in there in the next 2 to 3 weeks probably, and then once that happens, we're breaking ground on the 7 Lily building. That'll be going on. Hoping to have it open in January, between January and March of next year, hopefully. God willing, finances provided, things happen. And then there's another 30 by 40 building that we're hoping to be able to remodel and just turn into a warehouse space to be able to get groceries and get food, things like that, to be able to give out. So, you know, keep praying for us, guys. We love y'all. Thankful for everything that you do. Thankful for the community. Thankful for the family that we're a part of. And love you guys greatly. So anyway, hope y'all have a good night. Stay out of the rain. If you got to swim somewhere, God bless you. You know, it is currently not raining, but it is incredibly moist outside. So, all right, y'all have a good week. Hope you have a good Labor Day, and man, just excited about some things to come. We'll probably see you guys in a couple of days. Fire another video off.